Hi there, Boca neighbors. This is City Councilman Scott Singer, and I'm proud to be back here on Boca Voice with another edition of the Boca Beat. I wanted to give you an update on what's happening in Tallahassee and across the state that could affect your lives. Local government is our most basic level of government, and it's the one that touches our lives the most closely. We provide the water, sewer, fire, police, roads, parks, libraries, and other services that you take for granted every day. And I'm proud to say that in our city we've run all of these things very well and done so with great resident input to shape our beautiful community in the way it is. We have tighter control than a lot of other municipalities do over the look and feel of our city. And I think that's important in what's made Boca Raton distinctive. But we face challenges on our ability to regulate wall to wall in our city. And they come from some maybe well-intentioned proposals in the legislature that may have bad impacts. Right now, the Florida legislature is in the middle of its annual 60-day session, and every year we're beset with an onslaught of a series of proposals that would limit local control. Last year we were dealing with a proposal that was so vaguely worded it might have prevented us from regulating zoning in any meaningful way in our city. Would you want to see a heavy industry or an adult nightclub next to a church or a single-family neighborhood? Well, I wouldn't, and we have our zoning laws that protect this. However, some business regulations that were put in could have had a very deleterious effect on our communities. Luckily, that proposal failed, as did a similar proposal that was before the Constitutional Review Commission. What is that? Well, that's something that the state creates every 20 years, or it's in our state constitution, and every 20 years commissioners are appointed to look at new provisions. I'm pleased to say that at a recent meeting, the committee in charge of local regulations voted down a proposal that would have essentially given that same control only to the state and not to the cities to regulate businesses. Our local zoning matters, and we're protective of it. We use efforts through groups like the Florida League of Cities and the Palm Beach County League of Cities to lobby and make sure your local concerns are heard. The state should govern in a lot of areas where it excels, but we local officials have an idea of what's best for our local community. Boca Raton is not like any other city in the state, and we want to make sure that we have our resident input. So I'm pleased to say that we've defended against some efforts that might not have had good effect for Boca Raton, but there are others out there. We'll keep a keen eye on what happens in Tallahassee the rest of the legislative session. And if you have concerns about the legislation that's before you, please contact me. I'm on social media at Scott Singer USA. You can email me at ssinger@myboca.us, or you can give your comments here at the Boca Beat on Boca Voice, because I want to hear about the issues that you're concerned about in Tallahassee so we can relay your concerns to our state officers. It's very important for all of us. So that was a little bit of rundown about some of these governmental entities that also affect our lives. But again, I'm pleased to serve you in the level of government that most closely ties to you. That's why I want to hear from you. So please share your thoughts below in the comments section. Please reach out to me on social media at Scott Singer USA. And please feel free to share this with your friends so that they can know how other governmental entities affect their lives and how we're always working to improve your lives in Boca Raton. See you soon.